Morning guys, and welcome to another video. Not in my usual place today, in a random Airbnb with work. So I thought I'd take you through a bit of a day in the life whilst working here in a different place. So obviously I'm still on prep, under 13 weeks out now, up to 12 and a half. Feeling it now. But yeah, so my foods and general day-to-day, the cardio steps, training, hydration, everything stays the same. Sometimes the meal timings do have to change a bit, but I'll show you that today. First things first is I'm going to go and get a coffee. Obviously, I can't function without it because there's a Starbucks about a 15-minute walk away, so I'll use that as an excuse to get my morning steps in as well. Obviously, I haven't got my home treadmill today, so I shall see you there. So my steps at the moment are on about 13,000 steps a day. My cardio is still on 35 minutes a day. So I was here yesterday as well. So the cardio I did yesterday was just in a pure gym. I do feel sorry for any of you that do have to train in the pure gym. It was horrendous. It's busy. The equipment is a bit shit, but it's better than nothing. So if you have to, you have to. But for actual training today and tomorrow, I have got my car with me, so I shall be driving to Prophecy. I'm in Liverpool. But as for now, get my steps in. It's bloody freezing. Like, I'm wearing 2 jackets, 2 t-shirts and a coat, and 2 pairs of trousers. So I've got the goods. It's nowhere near as good as Caffè Nero, but it's pretty good. I think when you're a caffeine junkie like me, first sip of coffee is always pretty amazing. I'm going to get shopping now as well, so I can use the aisles to actually get my steps in because it's so cold out here. It's a good little tip for you there. So I'll show you what I get when I'm back. Maybe, I don't know, but I'll show you meal one anyway. And we are home, well, back at the Airbnb. So I actually got it done by Lidl. So I went there to get my steps in, like I spoke about, because it's cold. I still can't speak properly, my mouth's all frozen. But I went there and it was closed, which is annoying, for another hour. And also the bakery was cooking things up, so it smelled really nice. So for one, it was closed, so I couldn't get my steps in the warmth. And then for 2, the smell of a bakery during the contest prep, which wasn't very good. But there we are. That's enough moaning. I went to Tesco instead. I only got a few bits really, so I'll show you anyway. Water, 85% dark chocolate, some bagels for pre-workout, and some more Pink Ladies, best apples in the game. So this is all my stuff from the Airbnb. I couldn't bother putting in cupboards. I'm here for 3 days. So meal 1 is oats. And it's my favourite meal of the day because it's the best. I don't know where else going with that. So scales on, I'll have 70 grams of this. And again, I do it about 5 or 6 times water. At the moment, I'm definitely 6. My hunger's not too bad. It's more so the just the energy. I woke up just feeling empty, which is just part of prep, I suppose. I'll have another water somewhere. Oh well. So 70 grams of that. So I'll have 420, probably about 400 mils of water. There we are, 425. So I'll cook that for about 3 minutes. Give it a stir and another 2.5. We shall see. So with that, I will have a Pink Lady apple, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 10 grams of peanut butter, and about 40 grams of whey. It's not going to be a full day of eating, I don't think. Maybe it will, I don't know. That's meal 1. Meal 2 is literally just a whey shake. I'm in work, so I won't show you that because it's a different clinic that I'm working in. And then meal 3, I'll probably be back here for, because I only work 8 minutes down the road, walk, which is nice. And then after work, I'll be back about 5, half 5, so a pre-workout meal. I'll probably have more caffeine, even though I don't recommend it that late. And then go and hit a training session in Prophecy, and then come back for the last meal. And then that'll be it. It's my full day, basically. So I'll show you this when it's all done. And this is the final product. Doesn't look like much, but tastes much better than it looks. I feel like I'm doing some sort of interview. Yeah, it's always nice. Plus I'm on prep, like I said. I say a million times in the video. I'm quite weird with my food. So what I do is I'll eat around the outside because it's cooler, and then slowly work in. I'll try and save the dark chocolate pieces at the end. And that isn't a prep thing, that's just literally, I've always done that. So yeah, like I was saying before, I'm not that hungry. I am more so now after the refeed than I was, but it's more so just the general, just feeling a bit fatigued, which is expected. I think if I wasn't competing, anywhere between 170 and 180 pounds is where I'm quite happy. I feel quite lean. To maintain it's pretty easy. Getting down here was quite hard, but that's just because we pulled off quite fast. I was 178.4 this morning, which is the new low weigh-in prep. I was hoping to be in the 176s, 177s by today. So we might have to make a change tomorrow, so I'll see what tomorrow's weigh-in is. I am working with a coach for this prep. Just for the prep, I wouldn't usually for a diet phase. But about 2 years ago, I can't remember now, I decided I wanted to compete. There's a lot more size to add. So I thought I'd join a coach then, just so he can learn my body in and out, as much as I know it. A lot of people join coaches for accountability, which is great. I've never really had a problem with sticking to something. For me, it was more so, when you get lean, I sometimes make silly decisions. So I might either get a bit attached to my food and think, oh, I'll hold on for another week before I make an adjustment, and then not lose weight as fast as I should. Or vice versa, I might end up just cutting food or increasing cardio too soon just to get the weight off, which never leads to a good spot, especially when you get in competition lean. So you get this deranged view of what you look like towards the end. So I thought, get a coach. Would I recommend a coach? Again, if you're quite new, I definitely recommend a coach. If you're within the first 2 or 3 years of training, you could save so much of your time learning faster through someone else. You'd learn so much more with a coach in like 6 months than you would on your own in 4, 5 years. I think you'd really kickstart the process, which is really good. And after then, if you're doing something that's quite serious, if you are someone that needs accountability, then a coach is great. But for competitive reasons, I definitely recommend a coach, even if it's not your first time, at least for the first few times. But do what you want. This meal was supposed to be raspberries and whey and dark chocolate. And then meal 2 is meant to start introducing carbs for the training. Meal 2 I'll have to have on the go, so it's just a shake. And it gives me an excuse to have more carbs now, which is good. But the fatigue is most noticed when talking to people. So I'll be in work, and what you see is like, the start of the day fine. You can talk to people, you might feel a little bit lightheaded, just a little bit hypo, but it's fine. But then towards the end of the day, when people speak to you, it's just like, you just really don't want to be there. You're just thinking, oh, let me go, which is horrible because it's not what I'm like. I'm usually quite a chatty person, so as you can see. So at the end of the day, when you're feeling a bit lethargic and a bit knackered and you're thinking, oh, I want to get out of this conversation, it's not a nice feeling. Or like, because I work with patients, usually I'll be getting up and doing the checks I need to check, but now it takes an extra bit of effort to kind of get up and do stuff, which again is annoying because it's not my character, but all that will come back. It even comes back a little bit during the refeeds, and I'm assuming every time I do a refeed it's going to get a little bit worse, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to stop chatting your ears off. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, plus my phone needs charging, and then I'll catch you whenever I catch you. It might be at lunchtime, which is meal 3, so we'll see you then. So guys, I am back for meal 3. I'm in a bit of a rush. Clinic ran late. I've got to go back to the clinic now, and I want to get coffee on the way, so I'm running fast. I do apologise for the last clip that you saw. My head wasn't in the top of it pretty much the whole time. I'm just still getting used to the camera angle on the phone. I haven't actually got anything to see myself while I'm recording, so it's just a case of getting used to it. I should get a little mirror or something for the top of the phone, but for now I don't. So for this meal, I've got lots of chicken, veg, and then I've also got a pita bread to put it in. And the last people that are in this B&B must have had a big thing for Nando's, because they've got loads of them sauces, and each one's about 20 calories, so it works out well for me. So I'm gonna have this now, go back to work, get a coffee on the way obviously, And I'll see you guys for the next meal, which will be pre-workout meal 4. So we're done with work for the day, which is quite nice. Got done early. I'll be training quite soon because I finished work early, so I might as well. But I didn't get a chance to eat my meal 4 at 3 o'clock or half 3 like I usually do. So I want something quite light on the stomach because I'll be training in about half an hour, if traffic allows. I got absolutely soaked on the way home as well, so my lower half is still soaking wet. I'll sort that out in a second. So for this meal, I'll literally have a whey shake. It's about 35 grams in there. I'll also have a bagel. And I'll have that with about 10 grams of peanut butter and 25 grams of raspberry jam. And I'll also have, if I can get this open with one hand, I'll also have 3 of them dates. Don't look very nice, but they are lovely. That's about 180 calories just in them 3. So that's quite a high carb meal. It's probably my highest carb meal of the day, just to fuel training. I'll have 20 grams in my intra of cyclodextrin, and I'll also have 10 grams of EAAs. I'll probably have caffeine on the way, which I know I shouldn't, because it's quite late. And I'll be home for meal 5, which is the final meal, which is quite boring, but I'll see you for that. I won't film anything in today's session, mainly because I've only got 15% battery left on my phone, and I record on my phone, so I need the battery just for Spotify and that sort of thing. But it'll be legs on the cards, and I will see you after. Yeah, I'll see you after training. Right, guys, we are at the gym to train legs. So we're at a gym called Prophecy in Liverpool. Oh, it's been changed to North Wales Mecca. It's a really good gym. I was here before about a year and a half ago to train pull. It was good then. I don't know how good it'll be now. It's past 5 o'clock, so I'm assuming it'll be rush hour. We've got legs on the cards today. I have had that monster. It's really good. I forgot how good it was actually, but it's really good. I shouldn't really have it at this time, but I need something. The drive here reminds me of exact reasons why I don't live in the city. Driving through cities is a nightmare. It was only 6 miles. It took about 45 minutes. It's just constant stop, start, stop, start. But we're here now. Hopefully the way back will be much better because obviously it won't be rush hour. And then I'll show you the last meal. I won't film anything today because I've only got that 20% battery on my phone. It's a bit of a random video really. It's mainly just me sitting in the apartment, eating food and talking to you about the day. But that's all my day really is. It's literally just, well, while I'm working anyway. Just more to show you that as long as you keep relative routine and you keep your meals quite similar, even when you work away, you can still keep consistent on your diet. What you have seen is today my foods aren't that exciting. It's because it's more so just to get the food in. So it tastes quite nice. It hits most macronutrient needs, and then that's it really. On my days off, on my days off work, but I'm still training, I might try and fit in a meal with my partner, in which case I'll obviously adjust the macros and that sort of thing. But usually in any sort of diet, I'll just tick the boxes. Get the food down, make sure it tastes quite nice, and make sure it's quite satiating. I will see you all when I get back for meal 5. We are back from Prophecy, the gym, or North Wales Mecca now. It's a really good gym. I thought because it's it's quite a well-known bodybuilding gym, especially here in the UK, I thought given 5 o'clock it'd be really, really busy, but it wasn't too bad. The day pass is £10, which is quite steep, but there's far more expensive ones out there. And you get what you pay for. The equipment's really good. The atmosphere is pretty good. It's really clean, and everyone's really nice, so that's good. One thing I do notice about training late, which I don't really like, is sometimes it can impair your sleep. So obviously I had a monster about 4:30, 5 o'clock, so for some people that might impact sleep. It probably does for me deep down. I still get sleep okay, and it's rare to do that. But also, I hydrate a lot. I've got to then stop hydrating about 7, half 7. So I literally chug water leaving the gym, and that'll be it then, otherwise I'll be up all night. I do hydrate a lot in the day. I drink about 6 litres a day. For some people that is quite a lot, but my body's used to that. I drink enough electrolytes and salt to kind of counteract that. The last thing I want to do, the reason why I do drink so much water, obviously it's healthy, is because you don't want water to be the limiting factor when you're training. You don't want your session to go okay because you didn't drink enough water in the day. You'd rather have a smashing session, or even if it's a bad session, you'd rather know that you've done everything in your power to make sure it wasn't your own fault. So I am now going to have my last meal, which is very similar to the middle meal. Usually it's chicken and veg, and on the side I usually have 100 grams of cocoa pops and milk. However, I've got a lot of chicken to use for tomorrow because I have to leave here at 11 and I don't actually get home till 6. So I don't want to end up with loads of out-of-date food in the car. So I've got the same meal as meal 3. So pita bread with chicken and veg. I've got an extra pita bread. And I've also got 150 grams, I think, of strawberries. I'll double check that. And that's it. So it's literally chicken pittas and strawberries. So it's not the most exciting meal. I'll get that down me. I'll have a shower, and then I've got to pack all this up because I'll be going in the morning, like I said. But that's that. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see any particular videos, let me know. But otherwise, like, comment and subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.